Hello everybody, so in today's video we're going to be exploring the Morris Leslie Classic Car Auction up at Errol Airfield. We're going to do a different format of video. We're actually going to get to drive 4 cars, Citroen Saxo diesel, a Rover 618, a Mark 1 Fiesta and a Mark 1 Golf GTI, and then we're going to do just a static walk around of all my other favourite ones in the show. So put in the comments what ones you like and I hope you enjoy it. Right, here we have an interesting Volvo. So you guys know I've got a soft spot for these things. This one, a 121, and it is a 1968. Now, this thing is beautiful. Let's have a wee look inside this one. There you go, check out that interior. I never knew Volvos had such stylish interiors, and I've owned a good few of them. Check out the dashboard on that one. I mean, this thing is beautiful. So yeah, definitely a very rare sight on the roads these days. And I have to say, they just don't distinctively look like a Volvo. But this one's in great condition. Look at that. It's absolutely stunning. Now that would definitely be an interesting one to try and get on the channel to have a drive of. But yeah, beautiful old thing. So put in the comments, have you owned one of these? What are they like to drive? What are they like to own? I'd be interested to find out. Right, so here we have an interesting one. Another Volvo. Every time I see a Volvo, I say it's another interesting one. But this is a low mileage one. This one has 28,000 miles on the clock and is a 2001. It's convertible, but the most important thing is it's a T5. So a C70 T5, that is the one to have. I think these were in the region of 240 brake. And inside, let's take a wee look in. So this is an automatic, this one. Full cream leather upholstery. It's in amazing condition actually. Back seats there as well. Let's take a wee inside this one. Oh, this is comfy. Oh, I like this. I've never been in one of these ones before, but this one looks well spec'd. It's super comfy to sit in. So that's interesting. A couple of speakers there in the door, so yeah, I think these seem to be well spec'd up, these ones. I think this colour paintwork does really suit these. I mean, this one's in amazing condition, but then again, it is a very low mileage car. I mean, even check out the wheels and those wheel arches. It's a proper mint car. The hood's in great condition as well. Looks like that's obviously just been cleaned and stuff too. There's no debris on it at all. There's your view from the front. What a car, that is stunning. It's nice to see a 2001 Volvo that's in that condition. It's very, very rare because I think they did suffer from rust, these ones. But that would definitely be one, I think, to add to the collection at some point. Tell me what you think. Have you owned one of these? This is a rare sight, a 2001 Pontiac Firebird. I need to check it's got a floor in it, unlike mine. Oh yeah, it's got a floor, so that's great. This particular one is a V6. 3 point something V6, let's have a wee look here. 3.4 V6, you're unfortunately not going to get that lovely V8 soundtrack, but these things look quite cool. I don't think they've really reached that desirability status that some of the other ones have, but check the condition of that one out. There's a lot of nice design features in these. Like check out those rear lights. You got Pontiac written into the back there. That's pretty cool. You got 4 exhausts. Got a Borla exhaust there. There's quad tips. Check that out. It's actually in really nice condition. Obviously it's a T-top. Really long nose cone on these. And check that out. They do look pretty cool, to be fair, but probably not the most desirable Firebird you can buy. So let's take a wee look inside this one. American cars of this era are always pretty cool inside. This one's got a cloth interior. small back seats there, So really a 2+2. And you sit inside, we've got analog dials in this one, so no digital gauges, and quite a lot going on in that dashboard. But yeah, this is quite cool, this thing. You sit nice and low in it, and check out that stereo. Look, you've even got a wee graphic equaliser there built in. Now that's pretty cool. 5-speed manual transmission, so that's what you want. So I reckon this will probably be quite a nice little bargain today. It'll be interesting to see what it actually sells for, not being the V8. But yeah, I like that, look at that. Fog light switch here. So this is a pretty cool car. A lot of nice wee features on it. You could probably run one of these on a shoestring, being a V6, I would imagine. Right, here we have a nice classic Ford 1974 Capri 2-litre Ghia. This one, 36,000 miles on the clock, in white with the vinyl roof. And look at this, how nice is this? You know, the Ghia, don't know if that's original Ghia wheels, put in the comments. I'm not that familiar with this generation of Capri, but these are beautiful. I mean, just look at the styling of these on an N-Reg. Now, there can't be many of these left. So we'll take a wee look at the bodywork. There's a view from the rear, little single exhaust there. I mean, it's a pretty straight car. I don't know if it's been restored at some point in the past. It's certainly not conqueror's condition. I think it's been well loved. There's your front view. Lovely, aren't they? Lovely classic style there. And we'll take a wee look inside. In fact, that vinyl roof looks alright. Let's take a wee look in here, if we can get in. Oh, there we go. So check out these seats, how cool are these? It's like integral headrests. And then in the back, yeah, they look pretty comfy. Let's have a wee sit inside this one. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you do, you sit really low down in this. Got a bit of a surprise. Check this dashboard out. That rev counter is unusual. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. I like that. You've got your extra gauges here, your battery gauge, your oil pressure, engine temperature and fuel. And yeah, indicated 36,000. Original wee radio there. Oh, this is lovely. And we have 4-speed manual transmission. We armrest in the middle. But oh, this is nice. You know, you sit right the way back in this. Nearly reclined. Proper posing car from the 70s. Yeah, so I like this. Really nice. So I wonder what this will go for. It'll be interesting to see. Right, here we have probably an unloved one. 1996 Toyota Celica. These are a really rare sight on the road these days. Now this one here, 72,000 miles. It's a GT, 2-litre, naturally aspirated, non-turbo. Looks like it's got its original Toyota alloys. What are these? Little 15-inch, but you know, they suit it pretty well. Red, it's really nice and red. This one could definitely do with a full detail. Now let's take a wee look inside. Typical 90s Toyota seats. Let's have a wee look at the trim here. I mean, I know some of these did come with black leather. Check them out, proper retro. They look pretty cool though, don't they? Let's have a wee look round the back. There you go, Celica GT. Looks like somebody's fitted parking sensors on it there, which is a shame. Single exhaust. Spoiler, that spoiler looks pretty cool. Let's take a proper look inside now. Red line at 7,000. All of these Toyotas of this age kind of smell the same. It's funny. It's like all the British Leyland stuff. I mean, I guess that usually smells of rust and corrosion. Put in the comments what you think. Original Toyota cassette player there, which is nice. But this, it's very comfy. Snug in the back, so it's probably really class a 2+2. And you have an electric tilt slide sunroof. So that's pretty nice. Okay guys, put in the comments what you think. Any love for one of these? Here we have an unusual one, Reliant Scimitar. So I'm going to read out the ad for this one because I know very little about it. It is a 1989 Scimitar, 3-litre, as I think most of them were, 129,000 miles on the clock, but this is a middle bridge one. So apparently it says, with the demise of the Reliant brand during 1986, The Scimitar GTE looked likely to disappear into motoring history. Well, that was until the rights to the model were acquired by Middlebridge Engineering, owned by a Japanese businessman during 1987, making more than 450 modifications. Not really sure what those are, some of which were minor and others which were such as fitting a Ford 3-litre V6 engine were dynamic. When production ceased during 1990, only 77 examples had been made. So actually, this is a pretty rare car. You know, only 77 made back in the day. These rare and unusual cars are catered for by Graham Walker Limited in Chester, who we've spoken to and can say are more than enthusiastic and extremely helpful when dealing with these cars. But this is so unusual. And I mean, the history in these things, you know. Wonder what all the modifications were. Put in the comments if you've owned one of them. And it's certainly rare to see one of these on a G plate. So let's take a wee closer look at this one. There's a view from the back. There's a wee tow bar on it, which is unusual, but twin exhaust pipes there sticking out. It's kind of like a pearl effect paint on it. It's actually quite unusual to see on a car of this age. Check that out. It's a lovely thing, isn't it? And from the front, a couple of fog lights down the bottom. I don't know if they are standard. Those alloy wheels really suit it. They remind me of some of the BMW ones from the 1980s. Right, let's take a wee look inside. I'm curious what this is going to be like. Look at these door handles. What are these off? Morris Ital, maybe? Check that out. Black leather seats. They are gorgeous, aren't they? Very unusual. They're actually quite thin when you look at them. 5-speed manual gearbox. There's your dashboard there, speedo and rev counter. You've got some extra dials there in the middle. This is pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, what a curious car. So, put in the comments if you know much about these or if you've ever owned one of these rare special edition ones. Ferrari. Who doesn't like a red Ferrari? 1975 Ferrari Dino. Again, I don't have an awful lot of product knowledge on these ones. This one here is 69,000 miles on the clock. January 1975 registered. I think it's been in storage for some time. But what a beautiful thing. I mean, I think these are a very affordable Ferrari, or one of the only affordable Ferraris these days. But it's lovely, isn't it? Check out the styling on that thing. Obviously no engine in the front. Take a wee look inside. Wow. Now, I have no idea if this is original. Put in the comments if you guys know. I guess it is really a 2+2, but those seats in the back are so cool. Door trims there. Let's have a wee sit inside. Right, what do we think of the dashboard on this thing? Wow. I mean, that is pretty spectacular, isn't it? A lot of dials, a lot of stuff going on here. So check out the switches, fog hazard, fan. And then what have we got in here? We've got water temperature, oil temperature, fuel, rev counter clock. That looks like the heating controls down there. And this is quite unusual. Check this out down here. You've got your radio cassette here facing that way. Isn't that bizarre? Now this, I wonder what that is. Well, that looks like air conditioning. Borletti. So that's interesting. Wee switch there, I don't know what that switch does. A couple of electric windows, and then you also have this metal gate here, which everybody recognises on Ferrari, so that is pretty cool. And then you've got your choke here, indicating to change it to the red when the engine is warm, so that is pretty cool. But yeah, this is a nice thing. What's the red line at? Big high red line on that one. What an interesting car. Electric window switch by the looks of it in there. Let's take a wee look round the back. We've also got an air intake there for the engine, maybe a cooling system intake. Check that out. Dino 308 GT4. Beautiful on an N. I personally prefer these older Ferraris to the new ones. I just think they've got so much more style to them. So put in the comments, have you been lucky enough to own one of these? Let me know. (1998) Mercedes S320. So Merck's late 90s Luxo barge. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, even for a 90s car, it is absolutely massive. Even by today's standards, this car is huge. Now let's have a wee look. Yeah, check the bodywork out in this thing. It is mint. You do notice these unusually small wheels, but you know, that's what they were fitted with back in the day. Now let's check out the front view. I mean, this thing is amazing condition. It's obviously been well looked after for an R-plate Mercedes. Check that out. Headlamp wash wipe. Looks like you've even got front parking sensors in this, which must have been quite rare back in the day. Let's take a wee look inside. I guess that's what these cars were all about. Interior comfort and luxury. Check that out. And this one is going to be no exception. Right, so let's start off with the floor mats. This looks like the original Mercedes overmats there. Very durable hard wearing. And these seats, wow. I mean, I can certainly say this is one comfy place to be. Yeah, right, now let's take a look at the dashboard. Yeah, so typical 90s. A lot of information. You've got the wee analog MPG dial up there. Mileage, 112,000 miles, so pretty sensible. Airbag steering wheel, as you would imagine. And what have you got going on here? You've got quite a lot of heater controls. I mean, that's pretty cool, isn't it? This looks like a very early climate control. Blaupunked, so I think Mercedes did fit Blaupunked back in the day. Obviously automatic transmission, which I think they all were. Looks like you've got an electric rear blind, so I mean, this thing really was spec'd up for its day. And this is cool. Electric seat switches with memory. I just love all this. Proper luxury car. You got a wee sunroof up there as well. And then this looks like Alcantara headlining. So I mean, this thing is properly well trimmed out. And check this out, SRS airbags. So it looks like this thing has side airbags, which I didn't even think were a thing back then. Now, moving into the back, as you would imagine, it is pretty mint in there. And there's that electric blind that we saw the switch for, so again, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so this is mega comfy, this thing. Check that out. Lovely, what a car. These really were built to last, these things. Be interested to see how much this one goes for. So here's something you don't see in many classic car options, Hyundai Coupe. So this one's on a T-plate in 1999 and it's the lowly 2-litre model. But just on face value, looking at it, it actually looks in pretty decent condition. Now, I can't remember the last time I actually saw one of these on the roads. They were quite popular at one point, but I suspect they've probably all rotted away. Obviously, they're in that total unloved status at the moment. So SE trim on this one. You've got a wee twin exhaust there. Boot spoiler. Let's have a wee look inside. Full leather interior, so that's interesting. 2+2. Let's take a wee seat inside this one if we can get in. Oh, I think that was me. Setting the alarm off there. I think that was me. We caught all that on film, so that was pretty cool. It's like trying to steal a car in the middle of an auction. Right, so we'll not get too much of an interior shot. Actually, we'll just go in through the window on that one. Yeah, so that was a pretty embarrassing moment. Everybody looking at me. But this thing's actually pretty cool inside. 5-speed manual gearbox. Typical kind of late 90s styling in here for these things. But yeah, I quite like that actually. Something quirky. I think you did get a 2.7 V6 one of these, which probably went pretty well. So put in the comments if you've owned one. Does this deserve retro ratchet status, this one? Check this thing out. This thing stands out a mile. Year 2000 Lotus Esprit V8 twin turbo. So is that the one to have? I tell you what, it'll be quick though. I think 350 horsepower in this yellow. I mean, it just stands out among all these other cars. Put in the comments if you've owned one of these, and certainly if anybody has one and they would like me to do a feature in the channel, then definitely reach out straight away. But this thing is so cool. The V8 badge there. 2 very small exhausts, which is surprising for a V8 twin turbo, but I guess that's what they done back then. OZ alloy wheels on it. They kind of look the part. I don't know if they are standard. It's unusual, but it really is a beautiful looking car. So let's take a wee closer look. I mean, look at that, bonnet vents in there. And that's these wheels, yeah. It'd be interesting to know if that's what these came with. Proper stylish car. Try and get a wee look inside this one without setting the alarm off. Black leather interior, yellow piping on the seats, obviously manual gearbox. This thing is beautiful. Check this out. Now I bet you it's quick. Tiny wee dashboard over there as well. 3-spoke Momo steering wheel. Yeah, what a nice car that is. I've always had a soft spot for the Esprits, but I've never ever looked at these later ones. Just notice down there the handbrakes on the right hand side. 220 mph speedo. Interesting. Some Pioneer speakers up there on the dashboard. But you sit right low down in this. Check that out. A couple of inches there basically from the ground. But yeah, it certainly stands out in yellow. What do you guys think? And we have another Volvo. It's definitely Volvo day to day. 2006 C70 convertible again, and this one is also a T5. I think this one's a 2.5 version. Let's have a look. 94,000 miles. Quite a low estimate in this one, and it's got stunning purple paintwork on it. So let's have a wee closer look at that and see what you guys think. So unlike the previous one in the video, this one's actually got a metal roof on it, which is electric. Check that out. It's such an unusual paint colour, but I think it actually really suits it. There's original Volvo alloys there. Now let's take a wee look inside. Will it be as comfy as the other one? Actually, it isn't. The seats in this one are actually quite firm. Looks like wooden steering wheel there. A wee bit of leather on them. This is the exact same kind of dashboard design as a C30 I had years ago. So you've got this kind of floating console area here, which is pretty cool actually. And then obviously all your heater and radio controls and stuff in there. This one's a Geartronic automatic. And you have cream leather. Small seats there in the back. I have to say, in my view, I prefer the earlier model to this. This one is nice, but it's just not as quirky as the last one. What do you guys think? I bet it goes pretty well though. Inflatable curtain airbags. Yes, I bet it's a quick car with a 2.5. What were these? Something like 225 horsepower? Right, put in the comments what you think of this one then. And another Merc Luxo barge, so this one an S500, so this would be the engine to have. So this one here, in 2003, this is a beast. So this is the next model on from the one that we just reviewed a few moments ago. But yeah, definitely 5 litre would be pretty good. This thing here, it states, what does it say? Costing some 81,000 when new. Let's take a wee look inside, which we can't because it's locked. That's okay, so what we'll do is we'll try and get the camera through there to see. So this one's got grey perforated leather. Wooden steering wheel. I mean, this is lovely, but in my view, that previous generation one that we just looked at from the late 90s was a much nicer car. Unusual paint colour, this one. What do you think of that? But yeah, certainly if I had a choice, it would be the older one I would pick. I think this will probably sell for a bit less. It'll definitely go a bit better being a 5 litre, but I guess it depends what you're looking for. For me, it would be that S320. Without a shadow of a doubt. You've got that wee Mercedes bonnet badge on the grille there. Nice looking car. Tell me what you think. Here's an unusual one. Did anybody recognise this? I certainly didn't. I had to look up the catalogue. This is a Gilburn Invader, which I know nothing about. So I'll need to rely on you guys to tell me more about these. What does it say in the information? It's got the chassis number, it's a 1971 and it's a 3 litre. So I wonder if that's a Ford 3 litre that's in that. First registered in Somerset. So this is interesting. Let's take a wee look inside. No headrest on these seats. Black leather, I assume. And then lovely wooden dashboard. Look at that thing. Have you ever seen a dashboard as nice as that? It's proper luxury. An original Motorola radio there. I nearly said radio cassette. Check all these dials and stuff. Proper retro. Let's get a close-up on some of these. What a beautiful car. Wooden steering wheel. 4-speed manual gearbox. Quite an unusual angle of that gear stick. Look at that. It's like way back there. But then I suppose when you sit there, it's actually not too bad. So I wonder if the gearbox does sit under there. But I'm really curious about this to get a wee bit more information on it. What's the background of these? Let's take a wee look around the outside. They really look the part, these things, don't they? Beautiful. Really like that. Wonder if that's original alloy wheels on it. From the rear, it has a tow bar. Who put a tow bar on this? Twin exhaust. I bet it sounds really nice being a 3-litre V6 as well. There's your view down that side. But yeah, really sporty. And look, we have a little sunroof there, by the looks of it. And then that view from the front. Yeah, I quite like that. 71 on a J plate. Definitely be interested to learn more about this one. Right, here we have something nice. 1999 Honda S2000. So I did own one of these about 8 years ago. Amazing car. So yeah, this is an early one. 8 to 8,000 miles. Obviously red with black leather interior. So this is really cool. Now, for any of you who haven't been in one of these or owned one of these are an amazing car. You've got this wee digital dashboard in here, and the handling on these is spectacular. Proper 2-seater sports car. 6-speed gearbox. Look at the throw on that. It's a real driver's car. They're great fun. VTEC kicks in just about 6,000, and then you've got that red line at 9,000. It's a proper fun car. Push button start there. Manual roof. But yeah, proper nice car. I think I definitely need to get another one of these, but they're a great fit sitting in these. And this one, yeah, I mean red. It's a great colour for these. They're actually reasonably rare in this colour. Got your twin exhausts down there. This one's all nicely polished up and stuff. Other thing to remember about these is legendary Honda reliability. So hopefully you shouldn't be breaking down too much if you buy one of these. But yeah, what a beautiful car. Here we have an interesting one, 1988 on an E-plate, Volvo. So you guys will know how much I love Volvos. So this one's a 2.3 automatic. Looks like it's got cream leather, GLT, must be a GLT, well it's got GLT alloys on it, and they're lovely, check these out. I mean, they're absolutely tiny. I mean, they must be about 14 inch or something. Oh, they're 15, so 15 inch on a big massive car like this. But this is one of my favourite Volvo models that they've ever done. This one's automatic as well. Proper tank of a car. I mean, look at the size of this thing. It is huge. What a car. Tow bar, I think they were all fitted with tow bars. I think everybody bought these to tow things about in because they were so capable. And let's have a wee look inside. We look inside that. You know what I love about the seats in these is just these little buttons in the middle. You don't really see that. This is proper cool. I'm going to have a wee sit in this one. Oh yeah, this is nice. Yeah, I like this. You are stepping back into time when you get into one of these. How cool is this though? They feel so well built. I mean, this one's also fitted with what looks like its original Volvo radio cassette player. Check that out. That is so cool. Nice wee dashboard in there with your rev counter and stuff. But these are great. Door trims with the speakers added on. Look, Volvo speakers there. That's pretty cool. Heated seats as well. Yeah, I like this. Let's take a wee look in the back. Wow, this is lovely. Really like this. Proper tank. Check these headrests out as well. Look at the styling on those. So this is nice. 240s are definitely on the list. You even got electric back windows in this one. So that's pretty rare. So yeah, thumbs up for the 240 GLT. Right, so here's one you don't generally see at one of these auctions. 2008 Fiesta ST. I'm including it because I think they are quite cool. 113,000 miles. These were 2 litre, 150 brake horsepower. Let's take a wee look inside. So this one's fitted with full leather. You've got that ST badge on the seat as well. So yeah, quite a nicely spec car actually. I bet these would probably be quite good on the racetrack. I've never actually driven one. So if you do have one and you would like it featured on the channel, then please reach out. Very shiny black paintwork. So I don't know how good this video will come out. But yeah, I mean, it looks totally standard. Despite the high mileage, it's in really good condition. Check that view along there. Yeah, so it's nice to see one that looks unmodified. It's been kept in the condition that one is. Right, here we have something unusual. Look at the height of this. 1990 Ford Transit Country 4x4. Yeah, so they sit right high up these, but yeah, I'm featuring this because I can't remember the last time I saw a 4x4 one. This one, as you can see, does look like a bit of a project, unfortunately. But yeah, what a project. You could probably do a lot with that. You know, there's some seats and things in there. Let's have a wee look if it's open. Yeah, it's open, so get a wee look inside. Yeah, just standard transit in here. Looks like it's seen a lot of life, this one. And there's your 4x4 bit on it there. Yeah, so you've got that extra stick there for changing that, and then you've got a hole in the floor. I wonder what goes through there. That looks like the other seat, so a whole load of bits and pieces in the back there. That's interesting, but yeah, that's pretty cool. 4x4 version. You'll definitely not see many of these around. If anybody's into vans, this might be right up your street. That's pretty cool. Right, what do we have hiding in the corner here? 1989 TVR. Now we've got another couple of TVRs coming up on the channel in a few weeks' time. So this is interesting. I've always loved these. So I guess people do call them the Wedge. Fitted with 3.5 litre V8. So the exact same engine that actually is in the Rover SD1 that I've got. So this one apparently is a little bit of a project. It does look a little bit sorry for itself. I wonder if it is open and we can have a look inside. Yeah. Right, let's take a wee look inside. Definitely looks a wee bit worse for wear, this one. We got some cobwebs, dashboard needing re-veneered, and it smells like a project, that is for sure. But you know, I think it would be a nice little project. I don't know what these are worth in this kind of condition. I don't know if it's a runner, if it will start. You know, the engines on these aren't too difficult to get running, but these are cool. So who fancies a project then? Put in the comments.